The bulk antibiotic usage spreadsheet allows antibiotic data for multiple holdings to be entered and submitted to eMB. This video demonstrates how to use it. So from PigHub, choose the corporate icon. It's a good idea to check that your corporate group contains all of the units. You can see the entire list and amend holdings details from your holdings. The medicine book link is on the bottom right-hand corner of this page. Selecting this link takes you to the eMB website and logs you in using your PigHub login details. If you're a contact for a holding, all of your holdings will be listed here. Note that all of the holdings displayed here are test holdings. You can see what level of access you have for a given holding. It will either be view only or view and enter. You can't enter data if you have view-only access, i.e. if you're not a primary contact. Only primary corporate contacts can use the bulk usage spreadsheet. Please make sure all holdings you want to enter data for are in your corporate group, and contact HDB Pork if changes are needed. Early Morning Farm and Perky Pink Pigs too are part of a corporate group. It's the data for these two holdings that we intend to submit today. So to begin the process, choose one of the holdings in your corporate group. It doesn't matter which one. I'm choosing Perky Pink Pigs too. And select Click here to start entering data. Use our Excel templates and continue. Templates can be downloaded and then uploaded once populated. So to start, select No, I need to download a template and continue. We now have the choice of using any of the three template spreadsheets shown on this page. You can choose to use the full medicine book or the total antibiotic usage templates. Both of these spreadsheets can be used to enter data for a single holding, but we're going to choose the bulk antibiotic usage template and download the template. Once it's downloaded, you can save the spreadsheet and you can work on it offline and submit it all once all of the data has been entered. It's a good idea to name the document in a meaningful way. I've already downloaded and completed a bulk usage spreadsheet for us to look at. Looking at the date range, you can see that this data is for the first quarter of 2015. You can choose this from the drop-down list. Remember that data needs to be submitted to eMB in chronological order. It's not possible to submit data for a preceding period. You can see that I've entered the PigHub ID, which uniquely identifies every holding. There are many ways of finding the PigHub ID, for example, from PigHub under Your Holdings or from the Holdings dashboard on eMB. In addition to the PigHub ID, you'll need to enter the holding number. If you have several holdings, HDB can provide a list of PigHub IDs and holding numbers for all of your holdings upon request. You can see that the first three rows are for the same holding. Each row shows the same PigHub ID and holding number for different medicines used on 3 separate occasions. This holding is a finisher farm, so I've chosen the appropriate age group from the drop-down list. If you don't know the age group, choose the age that closest matches the average age of pigs on your holding. The medicine marketing authorization numbers are available to look up in the Medicine List tab. To make life simple, copy and paste the MA number for the product and return to the antibiotic usage tab. There is no need to enter the name of the product in medicine product name, but you can copy and paste the medicine description along with the MA number if you find this helpful. Alternatively, you might want to keep a note of the name used on farm to identify the medicine. If you can't find the antibiotic medicine in the medicine list, enter the name, the concentration and form, for example injectable or oral, in the medicine product name and leave the MA number blank. The list of medicines is updated frequently, so make sure you download a fresh spreadsheet for future time periods to make sure that you're using the most recent version. I've entered the unit of measure and the quantity in the non-feed column, and the next 2 columns are left blank because I'm not entering feed data. Unfortunately, I don't have a record of the reason for treatment, so I've chosen ill. The holding category in this case is finisher, and there are no breeding pigs. 1,000 finishers left the farm during the quarter, and there are no weaners. It's a good idea to enter the holding name in the notes column, so it's easy to identify the holding. The medicine in the second row is an in-feed medication. The tonnage and concentration have been entered in the in-feed columns, but depending on how the information is provided to you, it's possible to enter the total amount of medicine product in the non-feed medication column. The example in the third row shows this. The spreadsheet will let you enter multiple rows of the same medicine, for the same holding, for the same age group. So it's possible to enter the medicine data onto the spreadsheet as it's delivered to farm. If you have a holding where no antibiotics were used on farm over a particular time period, eMB still needs to see this. For example, row 4 shows a 0 entry for early morning farm where no antibiotics were used during quarter 1. Enter the pickup ID, the holding number, the holding category, and the pig numbers. Everything else must be left blank. The spreadsheet can be completed line by line, but it is possible to copy and paste multiple cells, columns, rows from other spreadsheets that have the required information. It can also be sent to your vet or feed supplier so they can enter the data that they've supplied to you. Now we're ready to submit the spreadsheet. Going back to eMB and returning to the dashboard. And click here to start entering data. Use our Excel spreadsheets and continue. And yes, upload a completed template and continue. And select Browse. And select the bulk antibiotic usage spreadsheet you have completed. Note that we've received a warning about the duplicate line I mentioned earlier. Don't worry, both quantities will be accepted. Now submit the entry. You get the opportunity to check and submit again. Having prepared the bulk antibiotic spreadsheet once, you should have all of your holding details and a complete list of medicines used. Make sure you download a fresh spreadsheet for future time periods to ensure you're using the most recent version. We can provide a list of all of your holding details, including the pickup ID, holding number, holding name, etc. Please email pig.hub@ahdb.org.uk if this is something you might find useful or if you have any other query. Thank you for listening.